Hi, welcome to my channel. This channel is against the current view of astronomy basically, but to understand that astronomy is wrong, I prove that all the physics is wrong. The science in general is wrong. So this is about quantum mechanics. In each video I cut from other videos, I make comment them. So about quantum mechanics, he put an equation who pretends that he understands the quantum mechanics. Feynman said he's not understanding it because it's wrong, it is not correct, and is not meaning anything. So from this video, the question, first of all, you see a laureate, Nobel laureate speaking about this. So watch.
So what's your intuition on how quantum mechanics works, or will there ever be a connection with general relativity? You know, like Richard Feynman, for instance, it's known for saying we'll never understand quantum mechanics. And if someone says they understand it, they probably don't. So do you have a general intuition on how quantum mechanics work?
Well, okay, I do have the rather strong opinion that it doesn't pay off to spend too much of your time trying to understand or interpret quantum mechanics as it's currently formulated. There are plenty of people who spend their whole working life doing just that, and I really don't think it's a worthwhile use of one's time, simply because I'm fairly convinced that in 100 or 200 or 500 years' time, people are not going to be believing that quantum mechanics is the whole truth. Now, of course, then the obvious question is, okay, what's going to replace it?
If you watch that, you understand this is the way I make the videos. I have something to drink, or usually here. This is a prune juice made by me with some mint. So about quantum mechanics, he is going to say, this Laureate Nobel Prize winner, okay, he's going to say that the classical mechanics was proved in an experiment mixing two gases, identical gases, with it is wrong. So somehow you do not understand this. Guys do not control in a perfect manner logics to combine many many things between them. Okay, so while classical mechanics not functioning all the way, you see, you mix two liquids, you have light, you see, light is propagated not through classical mechanics like this. You see, you have two equations. This is, I'm telling you, that is showing to you that from the beginning the physics is wrong. Kinetic energy, mass time velocity, mass times acceleration, force. One by Leibniz, one by Newton. Okay, so from the beginning are wrong. So, and Einstein equation I spoke earlier. So about quantum mechanics. So now what is quantum mechanics does? You see, I have a fire here. You can explain with mechanics a combination between gases. Why? If you understand and do not control the logics, you mix two gases or two liquids in a phenolphthalein in chemistry, changes color, is due to mechanics. I mean, is due to mass times acceleration. You have two masses interacting, but do you treat acceleration only by speed of time? Like why you treat the change of color in 1 second speed over time, or what do you treat? Yeah, so if you do like this, what you get from two gases mixing, or from two like you see the color, you see the prune juice, you see what beautiful. So listen what guys is saying. I will speak more. You understand quantum mechanics. It is wrong. Okay, so watch.
But I think we're really in the position of that people might have been had they taken things seriously in 1876. Now, why do I say 1876? In 1876, mechanics, what we now call classical mechanics, but
Right.
they would just say mechanics. Mechanics was going strong. seem to be, together with the electrodynamics of Maxwell and so on and so forth, seem to be explaining just about all the experiments that people could do. But in 1876, Willard Gibbs came up with what is now known as the Gibbs paradox. And this has to do with the behaviour of the entropy when you mix two volumes of an identical gas. And there seemed to be some kind of contradiction there. Now, Gibbs himself seemed to regard this as just a sort of minor accounting matter. But I think that if people, with the virtue of hindsight, I think one could see, had people really taken that seriously, they would have had to come to the conclusion that mechanics, or as we would say classical mechanics, had to break down at some stage as you went from the everyday level to the level of single atoms and molecules and so forth. They would not have known when it was going to break down. They would certainly not have known how it was going to break down. But that it was going to break down, they could have known and should have known in some sense in retrospect. Of course, we now know that it did break down and it led to quantum mechanics. That would have been impossible for them to guess, but I say that something was going to go wrong. I think we're in the same position now with quantum mechanics. We don't know when it's going to fail, we don't know how it's going to fail, but that it's going to fail, I think we know. And that's why I think that one's efforts, rather than trying to find more and more sophisticated interpretations of quantum mechanics as we now know it, I prefer to spend more time trying to devise experiments which may conceivably show it's not going to work. Break down.
So you understand, I brought a piece of wood here. You do not understand the fire is matter. That's why it is matter. It is not oxygen. It is not protons, and it is not like ionized fire. So classical mechanics, he wants to say that if they were taking on that experiment with gas, you will see in the same manner the quantum mechanics is wrong. But it is wrong in other ways. You see, not everything is mechanical. Like, you see, I pump air here. Everybody knows it. So there is a mass hitting but you are interested on this. With mass times acceleration, this. But you are interested on these phenomena. I mean, hitting with mass. This is hitting with mass. So you are interested in it. All the reality you do only with this impact force, something. You see water flowing, a river flowing, or things like this, only with mass times acceleration. So you understand that the reality will be blind, like any, without qualities. So you must explain some other things in reality. So they do not control it. You see how much importance gives to mechanics, classical mechanics. Can you explain everything with mass multiplied by the speed of time, t1 over t2? You cannot. You see, the fire is like in a controlled manner. You see, from oil. This is a candle in Romania. From oil, if you burn wood, it's so. But do you have anything in deal? It is a function of time. But do you have anything in deal with mass? It is some object here that is hit by the fire to put this equation. So if you do not understand, so that they do not control all the phenomena I explained through mass hitting, mass time acceleration. Does not, okay? So if you understand what I'm telling you in my channel, they put so quantum mechanics. Do you now believe that quantum mechanics you have this, and quantum mechanics Einstein theory like this explaining all the phenomena in the world? So that equation, Schrodinger equation, psychopath sign like a psi, because this is psi, okay, that's psychopath sign uniting mass with a wave. You see, do you really believe that this light is ejected with mass? It hits you with mass like this. So Schrodinger, it is correct. Why? Attaching a small mass to a photon, it is stupid, because it absorbs and emits it without mass. Some vibrations, they are emitting absorbed. Without it, the material this absorb the emission of light to be hit with mass. What does this mean? It is not impriming a force of movement, a mass and acceleration to improve a quantity of mechanical movement from here to here. It is emitted, absorbed with the waves. It absorbed. It is not pushing it even 1 millimeter to the power of minus 10 and 10 to the 10 to the 10 to the 10. Wait, you'll not know what I'm going to say. To the power of 10 or the 10 to the 10 to, wait. Eligigio, because you are doing like this with a billion trillions of, okay, so it not pushes at all mass. It absorbs, emits it in the same place where the object is so emits. So now you understand, they do not control even this. With all the respect, is old and it took Nobel Prize. You do not put all the reality correct in your minds. You do not control how Einstein says 5 variables with 5 variables to put them together. So now this phenomenon that is moving. You see the biomechanics. Classical mechanics is moving through space from T1 to T. It percores space. In what kind of matter? Ondulatory matter, or what kinds of matter? You see, if you have a picture, you send it through space, a coherent picture, it travels through space. If you have an incoherent beam of a laser, it's incoherent beam of laser. You have all the colors, all the tonalities. Can you put, I've told you all the music in one equation? Why? You have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, like simplifications, to simplify this, but it is an art. The music is made in a rational manner type, like this will follow this like structure, logical structure and temporal coherent manner. So now by pretending you set this psychopath sign, you attach mass to the wave functions. It is this wave functions hits you with mass. I've told you, inscribed in the sound there is light, because I've proved to you that it is light, because you capture it with a microphone, that it is electromagnetic wires. You capture it, you register it in the form of light, and you read it with light. So it's a frequency. You see, you are bragging, you know what stuff you do not know. You see, the frequency of a sound, you see, it is light. Only the shock wave propagating through the air hits you with mass. If you are putting a paper like this and it vibrates, it touches with mass. So these chords, but you now see that they have mass, but the waves there, they are hitting this is to vibration at a distance. So they vibrate the air at a distance and they hit a membrane like this. So it is a relation between mass, this mass, but if I take these chords and I hit you with them like this, I hit you like the chord of guitar. You see, it is now now is the case of mass times acceleration like this. They were trying to understand the orbit. So even this is wrong. If you put explosion, you put 1 kilogram of explosion, exploded. You see, you have this wire. Now I'll pack it. You put it in a scale, have a mass, and I throw it in your face. Now like mass times acceleration. You understand? But now the same chords put in another manner are vibrating. They hit the air and the air hits, you see, so the ondulatory vibrations. But you really believe that this chord, if it is hitting with mass, if you understand some vibration hits with mass, and now you put all the chords in all the combination, and you'll see the tonalities of hitting with mass membrane from a distance. So now, but to crazy Schrodinger equation, do you believe that all these accords you put like this, they will hit you understand how? But you really believe that you know on all the materials if I change to be or other object here, do you not understand it? You guys are crazy. So not apart from this video I'm commenting, he is saying, okay, this old dude is saying praise Laura, no praise Laura Nobel. Okay, see that it is wrong. You make some guesses, but you are trick. You do not understand all the reality. You do not understand why they did these equations. You do not understand them even in original manner. You charge this like in a clock. You see, you charge a steel spring, you charge it with a quantity of mechanical movement, and now you release it in control manner, and through some things you see, and it makes like this, tick 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 tick. You see. So you charge it mechanical movement. In another way, mechanical work. You charge it you charge this. This is a mechanical work. You charge this with a mechanical work. So now he is saying that the equation were explaining all the reality in a mechanical, okay, but now appear quantum mechanics. Okay, so watch another part.
That's true. Like I was reading about it some time ago. Like whenever we run these experiments at the Large Hadron Collider, for example, we hope that we observe something that we weren't expecting, because that's more exciting than proving our theories, right? Because we want to be surprised. We want to experience something that we thought did not exist, and then we can focus on that and see why that happened.
Oh, yes.
Like we would want our models to fail.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we learn and like make better ones.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and the goal should be, like you said, not necessarily understand everything about quantum mechanics, because, like you said, in 100 years or 50 years or however long, it will fail in some way. So therefore, our efforts, or at least part of our efforts, should be focused on designing the experiment that would prove, that would make quantum mechanics, quote unquote, fail.
Yeah, but of course, returning to your.
Okay, and now let me tell you like this. In all the science, like in old times, where they made something for invention, they put a guy in front to falsify the truth. Okay, like if you want to understand this, there's a movie, Zeitgeist, old movie, by comparing the Christian religion, like Mother of God Isis in Egypt, and did they see similarities like this? And the idea it is not from them, from Zeitgeist. There is a book written in 160 after Christ by a guy named Justin. He was killed as a philosopher. Okay, his name is saint in the Orthodox religion, and he says like this. Like the demons knew and falsified somehow to trick, to change in this similar manner, because God is the true. You find the true things, you see. So you do not understand they are fighting with your heads, and you do not understand to control your minds. So now you have some equation, you keep them like they are saint equation. I'm telling you, science is wrong. Okay, so now all over the place I observe, like in Goa'uld, you see, like in HG1 science, HG1 sci-fi movies, they were interdicting science to humankind that can control them. If you know the movie, if not, okay, you are missing on that. It's the best sci-fi movies with stories that was made. No, better than Star Trek, I'm telling you. So, but he working through people like to interdict science to the mankind, and they do not have good control to understand all this stuff. So, if you watch very carefully, the fire is a matter, and they are tricking you. It's not oxygen. They're not ions, protons, and electrons do not exist. So now, how do you make combination? These Prize Nobel laureates say, to obtain colors. You see what red, like violet red, you see what from prune juice made by me. you understand that we do not know science at this low hour. How do you make combination of this Lower Prize Nobel says? Through mechanical movement, heating with mass, two substances, liquid substances, they are mixing. Do you believe that they're making with mass this? But if I told you that the electron does not exist and the combination are through tonalities of light, like this. But now the light, it is programmed. There is not due to intrinsic properties, and there is so variable modes of interacting. So another kind of telling you that the strata electron fixed with two orbital like this and jibe and produce, it is not true, because you do not understand reality. Like iron interacts in many ways with light, even in different kinds of manner. Like I'm sure to tell you exactly, like you see this is vibrating in some kind of way with mass, but if I take the wire and I throw to you, has another kind of interaction with mass. So in the same manner, the interaction of elements is programmed with different kind of frequency of light, okay? So from the where they took the electron, where is the electron? It is nowhere, just to trick you that the light does the connections, the mixing. Light does this, but and to further not to understand that it's programmed somehow. So you cannot have an equation, because it's like music. This is like entire music. It is composed in light, in composition, and it makes a special kind of piece, like you do not believe this. It's so it merges with T1 T0, but it is programmed, and you cannot find it in another way with a causal connection through a single causal law. Because now I sing by deciding this melody, and then I will use the same accords I made. You see, so another rhythm, so the T1, T0 flowing of light is decided in a theoretical manner. So you cannot put all the reality in one way equation, because of psychopath science, because Schrödinger says so. So first of you understand the quantum mechanics is wrong. I address this to what? To flow of fire when you burn wood. I have a fireplace, okay, I have wood. Or you see when it's declanciated, they can control matter, this oil, or you burn gases, or you burn petrol, you understand it's some frequencies, but the fire is ejected in control manner on per time, okay? So can you put all this, because apparently it's fire, you cannot. You understood why. There is some function from T1 to T0. There is some light that make combination. You see, you do not believe, you cut this is red. So where is not light intervening in the mix? I drink, it's still red. I drink more, it's still red. Like a rock. This is red, I cut it, it's still red. So you understand that the light is mixed in the material, you understand? It is not the electron that does the connection, it is the light itself. And you do not want to be programmed, like you do not understand that you must understand you cannot have a single equation and to describe all the implication between matter and light. You cannot. So quantum mechanics, my friends, you cannot have it. You cannot have it in the current day. And I've told you the mathematics is wrong itself. So you cannot have science but you brag to. But I understood that every place there is some invention, engineering types of science. They were pulling a guy like Einstein, like Maxwell. You see, Maxwell was teaching how the wheel of a car is rotating with angles, omega angles. Like you see, there is a vector rotating so speed in a circle of radius 1. It is all the circles that they are. So now knowing the speed like a roulette, you see, the vector will move and it will go You see, in a precise place. So now with an omega angle with this, we'll explain it to the children, but the cars were made by stupid people and the motor and engines. It did not know mathematics. So in this matter, you understand when there's some truth is going to appear, some guy to falsify everything, the science, everything. So in this manner, you understand, my friend, how they are falsifying the astronomy and everything. If you understand, I explain to you again all the science. So it is combined light with fire. This is two matters I really discovered. There are still more I know in my head. I cannot explain. There's more at least two more, but I cannot tell you what they are, okay, still. So, but you do not understand that the fire is matter, is mixed with oxygen, but it is not oxygen itself, okay, is mixed. And it is not like in old time they said, it not produces gases, it is matter. But Christ himself, it says that the salt is fire. If Christ himself, it says that the salt is fire, the scientific proposition. You do not believe this because you do not believe that in the Bible there is science. In the Bible is telling you how the galaxy was produced, not in hallucinating manner. So now you do understand this is fire. If you do not believe me, you will ignite it and you will see the release of a quantity of fire, a volume of fire. This has some volume. But now the fire itself is like a field. It's like I'm teaching you, but nobody tells you this. Where is fire here in light? In Mendeleev chart? Nowhere, you see? But you see the older half on the reality burns with fire. So you understand they are falsifying science in big time. The fire is noble. It's like I understood God put it in organic matter. It's like you'd say like organic chemistry. See, there's an oils in some. You see, this rock will not burn. I don't know if it is made with fire. Like you see, Christ says that the salt is fire somehow. So now, if you understand the matter itself, mass is packed, is with the field. If you do not understand, you understand this. How small is this glass? 50 milliliters of oil, you see? And you have this mass per time. You obtain like 4 hours, let's say, maybe more. With this 50 milliliters of oil, this quantity of light and this quantity of fire. So if you sum this little fire a function of time over, you understand that you'll understand that you are believing in atoms here. That's why they're bullshitting with that atoms that have empty spaces. You see, you do not understand it. That's protons and like a stadium field. Like, do not understand. Can you deny if you understand that you'll produce from this 50 milliliters light maybe an entire night? Because you see, and from the same 50 milliliters a quantity of fire, constant fire. Can you deny it's made from fire? You barely can see. If you ignite it somehow, you will see some fumes. They burn. You see the carbon fumes. If you are believing this bullshit. But no, now you do not understand what I'm telling you. God put fire in organic matter, like so because it is a field, infinite field, like light. So you need something in a coherent program to pack it. It's like you are sewing, like you are waving. You put this. You see, you make a carpet or something. So you must have some rational ability to pack it, like you see, like to pack fire with light. You see, so this is the basic relation. You have a tone of light, and a field of fire, and the fire is not thermical. You see. If I set this on fire, I'll boil many cups of tea. But in this state, it is not burning me. You see, but it is fire here, and it is a big quantity, like maybe two chambers, 2 rooms like this, packed here of fire. Like it's a field. You believe me or not, these guys are tricking you, okay? We say, and I've told you Schrödinger if you do not understand. So you see, I drink it is still you do not believe that red color it is light, so it is speculative light, and some matter of fire. If you make electrolysis, you see that you can burn the oxygen that you are believing. Okay, you can burn. So even these liquids are mixed with fire and light. So they reinvented in old time. They said the matter is made from fire, light, and you see, invented the Mendeleev. They gave aside the light, did not understand the light, and they put the protons, electrons in two like magnetic types, polarized electrons, positron electrons, you see, and now like magnets. And then the Pauli exclusion principle, there are two electrons, is spin like this and bullshit stuff like this. But you see, you put in chemistry, something makes blue. You mix two, you change the color. Though everything has color. You see green color. You see the color of fire. You see everything has color. The fire has color. The different types of fires. If you burn hydrogen gases, like they have a different type of color for the gases, okay, and it is programmed, and I observed it got put it also in organic matter, because you must have some rational mind to pack it. So it is proving somehow that it is not a single equation. You must have a seed, and the seed has some program, like you understand it. You do not have correct programs. You show picture with computer. It's a program, and it impacts like this. It is packing with the rationality function of time, light, and fire. And you see, have a trick. You see, and has the function of time is grows and absorbs fire and light. And it packs and makes a geometry, and it packs it, and then you burn it. You see, they release the fire in control manner, like this, in a control manner function. So there's some law, you can discover them, but these kinds of unique laws, like, they are wrong, because they imply the single causality type, the derivative function. If you have some antecedent, so follow some precedent by derivating a function to obtain some predictability. You see, this is the function. But the functions that are not sufficient reasoning to understanding the precedent antecedent, because the implication are in the logical. A implies B in chemistry. You see this in chemistry. You see this. This compound, chemical compound, implies this chemical compound, okay? And if you want to understand even more in this video, you'll understand that in the chemistry itself, you do not have a single molecule. You see, you put in an equation, and then you put 2 here, 3 here, so it's a minimal of interaction, if you understand, if you equilibrate the equation. So that's the chemistry shows to you the implication arrow. It will follow from these two compounds, this, but the arrow is logical implication. Or is like biological mind put to do it will follow from these two acids and these gases, this always. But the implication is a logical implication. It is not a derivable function, and it is not due to some electrons that exist and some protons that do not exist. There's some strata. They observe it, they explain it somehow with this Mendeleev that is wrong, okay? So it follows how from mass times acceleration does not. And it is programmed, if you understand the supplementary programming the matter. So there is no connection, the real connection between chemistry and okay. So where do you put that psychopath Sam with mass and bullshit waves? You do not understand light is not a wave only. It is not only some kind of frequency, and it is not hitting with mass. This is what I told you, I wanted to tell you for today. This is packed like through 3, 4, 5 chambers of fire, packed here. You are believing some oxygen, carbon, oxygen, but it's fire. Believe it or not, it's fire like mixed with light, like this. in a controlled manner and some package like this is fire like mixed with light, the same thing, okay? And do you believe me or not, the oxygen itself is not, and Christ himself is said that the salt is fire, okay? And you do not believe there are so many propositions of science in the Bible, including the astronomy. So in this part I want to tell you that we can go to the stars. The stars are small, they are not like our sun. Our galaxy is a sphere surrounded by clouds. The galaxies are simply clouds orientated towards us. You see, if you only are in a sphere, you see, if you are in the middle, all these spirals are pointed in the middle, you see. So if you want to understand, look, galaxies from Hubble Space Telescope pointed towards you. Look, 7 galaxies from Hubble Space Telescope pointed towards you like antenna dishes. Look, 7 pictures pointed towards you. So look, another 7 sets of pictures pointed towards you, galaxies. So if you understand galaxies are cumulus like this is not billion trillions of years produced light, a cumulus of different kinds of materials and gases, and noble gases produce light. This electromagnetic field, all the membrane like this, and it ignites all the galaxies like this. The galaxies are simply stars, we can go to them, they're in current day, present day. So if you do not believe this, but you are listening, this is a Nobel Prize laureate, and you are listening how he is speaking. I've told you how do I speak, but I know what is the impact force, that it was 2 equations from the beginning not equal, one kinetic energy naming one force in different manner. One was German, one from England, or the England one, okay, and German, okay, but and they're not equal. 1.5 mass velocity, this time and space relation, and they're not equal. And you understand now, he's saying by interacting 2 gases to mix, make a Brownian movement, or that law does not exist, okay? Like okay, and the mechanical classical mechanics stops somehow, and if this stops, you do not treat any more masses interaction in some energy fields, in some energy light field. You see this, you are believing or not, we drink fire and light, you see. Goodbye, God bless, like, share and subscribe. This is a big video, but believe it or not, this is fire packed in an organic manner. It's packed. It is not oxygen. The fire is a separate matter and light. And I do not understand. Maybe one of them is this, but one of them, 1/4, like this synthesized like Earth, like all of them, like Earth, like type, like the construction, but there is another one, okay, and I did not find it. So maybe it is like in old times, you see earth, fire, and air, okay, but they did not treat it like serious. I'm telling you, there's matter, you know that is matter. You see this color, you cut a steel piece, there's still, you see, you cut a steel piece, there's still the same color, so it's packed with light at all the levels, okay. Responds with light hits each other, it rejects and makes many things. Electromagnetism actually is saying that it was tricking guys, it is light, okay. So Faraday already told that is the relation, but you forget there's the light. Faraday made the first motors and chemical motors like Faraday. So if you, okay, So if you do not understand, I'm not a bad guy, you are a bad guy. You interdict science for this planet, okay? You cannot put it, and you do not want to admit God and the function, their implication, logical implication. There's not a single formula that permeates all the musics, because rational type, and it is constructed, and you have some pieces that you can construct with them, and you do not believe, because you must have a single law that makes everything, like explosion, and you do not believe, you do not understand. I'm telling you correct science. So I did not understood this hour even what is the fourth, right? Because I believe there is another one. This is one, if you understand. Another one, it is light but has forces, a field somehow, infinite fields. And another one is fire, believe it or not, okay. I've told you the truth. We can go to the stars. The stars are put in clouds, the border of our galaxies. All of them are in current day, present day. The stars are smaller than the moon, trillion, billions of quadrillions of billions, like small children that you are speaking. 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 10 of stars are smaller than the moon. Believe it or not, they are not emitting flames, because they do not want it to burn. They're emitting only light like this in controlled manner. That's why this cold space, this kept out of some temperature, exactly not produce a vibration. That is for a relation in the between fire and light. That's why, okay. So goodbye, God bless, like, share and subscribe. I've told you the relation between fire and light. It is packed somehow in a rational manner. Maybe you can control someday to make it like Stargate. Have some, like, you put fire some part and light some from part, and you can make some primitive matter through it. Like if you understand this in a correct manner. Okay, goodbye, God bless. Like, share and subscribe. Schrödinger, so you understand this false science. Even Maxwell electromagnetism is, because it is light, and it is not. He do not took the flowing through a wire, only through a wire in engineered type of manner with a produced already frequency somehow, but they not treated the propagation through air. This is what Einstein were asking, but how they are propagated through the air. And the first paper was named by Einstein, how the waves of electromagnetic waves propagate through space. And you are believing now that it related massive energy, how the propagation waves. He took the equation of Maxwell basically and put them wireless. But they are wrong in the first matter of Maxwell. They are wrong, okay. So Einstein is wrong, and then he made a second one, more crazy than first one, okay. So I'm telling you this, all the science is wrong. Believe me or not, it is wrong. This is more wrong in. This is stupid. This is not wrong. This is stupid. Maybe you can have some alpha angles with some propagation waves and some speed of light and free to understand how energy of light propagates through space on some medium and to make some equation. But you cannot. You cannot, because I've told you why in this video. Okay. But okay. So I've told you that all the science is wrong. If you understand. I took on this Laurel Nobel Prize winner to understand this. I have you. There is not another guy more smart than Nobel Prize winner, and this is the way they talk, and this is the way you talk. If you understand, if not, okay. Goodbye, God bless, like, share and subscribe. But you can go to the stars, man, and it is time. The stars are close, and we can colonize the planet. There's thousands of objects capable of sustaining a base or some colony of men. Thousands of planets, Pluto, even other stars, extinguished bodies. But if you want to be stupid, if you believe that I'm tricking you, okay, stay stupid for another 1,000 years if you want, or 100 years if you want, and bullshit with this psychopath science by equating mass with the speed of the sound, and do these crazy things, okay. But if you do not believe that I am a correct man, I discovered this in a correct manner. You cannot make science with mathematical equations. You understand this? Chemistry, it shows to you. somehow this. Okay, goodbye, God bless.